Hello there, people of the world, and welcome to today's episode of Coffee Chats with Jax. For the past few months, I've been living in this tension. I've been around some things that I don't fully agree with and I don't fully feel like is genuine to me, but I've been being told that it's what's right, and I've been being told that it's what's true, and so part of me has been really scared to disagree and really scared to feel the way that I feel. I've been scared that there's something wrong with me, that I'm the one that's wrong because I'm the young one and everyone else feels differently. It's like I'm in a room and I feel one way and everyone else feels the other way, so obviously I'm the one that's wrong. This past weekend I made a decision to stand up for myself, and I made a decision to stand up for what I believe in and to be bold and to not just go with the flow, not just jump in the river and do what everyone else is doing without understanding why. I don't know if it's the way I communicate, I don't know if it's the way my mind works, that just doesn't flow very well with me. Like, I was talking to a friend about it yesterday and I just kept telling her, I'm confused. I'm confused that I made the wrong decision. I'm confused on what's right and what's not right, and I just want to know what's true, but I'm confused. And she looked at me and she told me, Jackie, I don't think you're confused. I think you know exactly how you feel because you don't sound confused. There's maybe fear of wanting everyone to be happy and wanting to not do something that would make someone upset. And you guys, she was absolutely right, because the word confused is a very safe word because it's not hurting anyone's feelings. It's not really even taking a side. It's just kind of being stuck in the middle. And I feel like I've been in this like stuck in the middle place for a little while, because there's people over here that believe so passionately about one thing, and then there's people over here that believe so passionately about the other. Saying that I'm confused is just a lot easier than picking a side. What I've learned by being bold and standing up for myself and knowing that it's okay, like if I'm in a room of 1 million people and everybody thinks one way, but I think differently, and what I think is genuine and real to me, and I don't agree with everyone else, that's okay. That doesn't make me wrong. That doesn't make me like defected or broken. That just means that that's not genuine to me and I don't have to be a part of it, and it's okay for me to put my foot down and to not be a part of it. You guys, I think it's so much more attractive in a person that's someone who's bold and not afraid of disagreement and not afraid of conflict, that they stand up for themselves whether they're the only person in the whole world that feels some way. We can't live by someone else's conviction. We can only live by what we think is true, what we have experienced, and what God has made real to us. I think I've been going a little while thinking that disagreement means fighting, and disagreement means anger and end of relationship and just awkwardness, but it doesn't. Disagreement, that just means that we're human. I actually don't think you will find two people that agree 100% on everything in life completely if they were being honest with each other. I don't think that's possible because we're people. We all think differently. We all experience things differently. Even twins experience things differently. So disagreement doesn't mean conflict. It's okay. And disagreement doesn't mean I can't be your friend. Disagreement just means that we get to have a conversation, and I get to do what's genuine for me and you get to do what's genuine for you. I can't live by what someone else tells me is true. I have to live by what I know is true, because I think I make good decisions, and I know that there's probably a lot of people out there that don't agree with me, but that's okay. Because it's better to be firm and bold in what you believe than just sway around and be a chameleon because you're scared you might offend someone. Disagreement doesn't always feel safe, but it's real. And real is what we want. You guys, I was talking to my friend and she was giving me the most beautiful metaphor. I'm probably gonna butcher this, but I'm gonna do my best. But that life is like a big puzzle. And everyone has their own puzzle piece, and everyone's puzzle piece is their experience and what they know is true about God. And that's what God's communicated to them, and that's what God has made real to them. And when we start to meet people, we start to find other puzzle pieces of what we know about God, and we get to put our pieces together, and that's how community gets bigger. Because when I meet you, you understand God on a completely different level and totally different than how I understand God. It's the same God, but He speaks to us differently. We get to put our pieces together. But you guys, sometimes we'll meet someone whose puzzle piece doesn't make sense to us. Sometimes God communicates to someone that I'm not going to understand, and I don't have to pretend to understand that way. I don't have to live by their puzzle piece. I get to live by my puzzle piece until I get more pieces and meet more people that make the picture make more sense, because the big picture is just beautiful. I might have butchered that metaphor, I don't know, but my friend told me about it and it just made me cry. Because we can't judge someone's heart by thinking they don't actually know God. They don't actually want God. They just want this or they just want that. That's not my place to judge that. My job is to love them. My job is to keep chasing after Jesus on my own and encouraging them to keep chasing after Jesus. Because in the end, you guys, if you love Jesus and you're praying and you're talking to God, then that's amazing. I don't want to hide stuff. I want to know what's real. God called David a man after his own heart. And I think that's beautiful. And I didn't really know why exactly. And I think I still don't. But I was reading the Psalms the other day, where David's just ranting back and forth, being really upset and really mad, and then really happy and really thankful. And what I noticed was that in every single passage, no matter how upset he was, he got so mad and he was so honest about how he was feeling, but at the end of every passage that he was mad, he went back to God and he went back to what he knew was true. He was like, thank you, God, for being my protector. Thank you, God, for being my refuge, my shelter, for rescuing me, because I know that you love me and I know that I can trust you. He always went to God in the midst of all his troubles. That doesn't mean that he wasn't real about what he was going through. He was the most honest person, in my opinion, so honest with God about what he was feeling, but he always went back to God because he knew the truth about God. He knew that he was good. So he messed up bad, but he always went back, and I think that's so awesome because it takes the pressure off, guys. We're all gonna mess up, so let's be honest about it, because we get to still go back to God in the end, and that's what he wants us to do. That's what he wants from us as his kids. Guys, sometimes life gets messy, and sometimes there's tension, and sometimes there's disagreement, but we get to walk away from all that knowing that God is still good, God is still love, God is still and always safe. Yeah, okay. Well, thank you so much for watching my video. I love you guys. I hope that you were able to take something from this video. I feel like I just threw out all those big balls of passion at you, so hopefully it made sense. But if you want to get involved in my ministry, I'm on this thing called Patreon, which is where you guys, as viewers of my videos, can choose to support me and be more involved in what I'm doing on a regular basis and be a part in, say, in the content that I put out. You get an exclusive sneak peek at the book that I'm writing. If you go join my Patreon now, you get to read the first 3 pages. It's a memoir of my life. Please go support me there. At least go check it out and let me know what you think about it. But I love you guys, and I hope you're doing well. I will see you next week.